Tonight, sorry we're late, folks. We are going to discuss every single NFL game in something like 30 minutes or so. We're going to give you guys an update on the Silk/Chi-Chi Challenge. We're going to touch on the presidential betting odds. Have they changed? Stay tuned to find out. We're going to give you some top picks, which have been absolutely en fuego for the NFL. We got beer. We may even have a visit from the legendary Crakkman. I'm JT. We are the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys, and this show is BS. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys in the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Hey, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Listen, if you're seeing us and hanging out with us on YouTube, man, is it great to be with you. And if you're catching us live, please do me a favor. Feel free, chime in the chat and say hello. We'd certainly love to hear from you. And if you would prefer, you can send us a text. The text number for the numbers guys, TNG Live 007. That's going to be 864-548-3007. Hey, listen, if we provide you any sort of value tonight, maybe it is one of the hottest betting tips on the internet that's available. I mean, we're going.
Ain't nobody hotter than us?
No, I mean, we're hot. We're hot. Yeah. All you have to do is please give us a thumbs up. It's a like, looks like this, and or your subscription would be bigly appreciated. And now with me, folks, for the entire hour, to my right, your left, it's D-Dub.
Hey.
How are you? You always seem surprised at this point in the show.
Always forget what's going on. You
Yeah,
know?
you're doing good.
Doing okay, man. And I got a new, we got a new catchphrase.
Oh, what's that?
We got crack.
We do. Wow, I feel really honored.
Well, when you start winning at a pace we do, you can afford it.
That's true. Yeah, we get the good stuff. I don't know. Is crack the good stuff? I don't think so.
I think it's the cheaper stuff.
That's the cheaper stuff.
Coke and booze money.
Thought you had to work your way up.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. All right, next to D-Dub. In the, what are you wearing tonight, Tubbs? What is that?
What is it? Express?
I don't see any Michigan
okay.
colors
That's
on
like a little lion on there.
I'm a little nervous about the game.
Oh.
Oh, the wings are on.
Yeah, the wings are on. Yeah, wings are on.
Michigan State weekend,
Yeah,
Jim.
good evening. Big rivalry weekend. I think both fan bases are a little on edge about what's going to happen in this game. So,
Oh, I don't think so.
yeah,
Just one.
Is this game going to like replace the Ohio State Michigan game this year?
maybe.
Yeah,
Possibly.
as far as because I don't think we have Michigan doesn't have a chance against the Ohio State University, right?
Probably not this year.
Not this year.
Not unless
So-
they magically find a QB in the next few weeks. So,
Yeah, keep going to the bus depot wherever they found that last
Yeah.
one. That's a good
Or a playbook.
playbook would be good.
floating around there.
They've tried that route before too. Well, Tones, it's good to see. I know we spent quite a bit of time together today.
Yes, yeah.
We had some meetings, and that's why we're getting started a little later
Hopefully,
than usual.
the next 2 hours is a lot funner than the last couple hours.
Well, speak for yourself.
Was that a
I
board
had
meeting
great
for
time.
one of your various nonprofits?
One of them. Yeah, various
Human Fund?
nonprofits. Something like that. Yeah. All right, next to Tones over there, wearing the Raiders hat. What's going on, Richie?
How's it going, fellas? See, I'm going to disagree with you, Tones, because I think State sees a future either way, win or lose this game, where I think the Wolverines are in full panic mode here.
Yeah. If this game's
Those Walmart Wolverines are off the boat.
yeah, if they lose, you got Oregon on the horizon. Did they say it right?
Oregon.
Oregon?
You might not be bowl eligible with a loss
That's
this
why
weekend.
this game could be the swing bowl eligible game.
Gonna be tight.
So I don't know. I wish they would start the freshmen, just get them some reps for next
They
year.
got to do something different.
Weren't you saying last week that they were starting the right guy?
I thought, but
That ended
I'm like after
abruptly.
a bye, and
Did you
like,
see the game?
He He regressed. I don't know what happened. Like I thought he had a bye week, get first team reps for 2 weeks, and he went backwards. I don't know what the heck. So
I think Michigan is regressing back to the mean. Back to being an 8-win team, 9-win team at the best.
bring back Rich Rod. What's he doing these days?
He's doing great. Jacksonville State.
Maybe it's time to come back. Come on home, Rich.
That would be awesome. Rise up.
Where's Les Miles? You finally get a chance to bring him back.
He's available.
I think Lloyd Carr has to leave before that
Or
happens.
that other LSU coach with the Cajun accent. What's his
I
name?
would take Coach O all day
Yeah.
long.
Oh, Coach O.
He's one of my favorite coach.
No one understand him up here, but
And then he could go to the Tigers games and be like, "Go Tigers!"
It's amazing. It's the same Bobby Kennedy impersonation that Rich does. It's the same thing.
Coach O.
no, that's more of a trachea implant. So you guys,
Okay, you're right. It's different. My bad. My bad. It's different. All right, and we're honored today to have a very, very special guest. Probably the most famous person that's ever been on the Numbers Guys. I'll show a picture here of.
Most likely.
There is. This is the Crackman, and his website is Crack Wins. Crack Wins, and he's in studio
Is
with
that
us
one
tonight.
word?
Yeah, Crack Wins, right?
Gotcha.
We don't have the screen here.
Yeah, what's going on with the
unfortunately,
screen?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're not seeing nothing.
I don't see.
all right.
I don't know if
Let
I'm
me-
looking
let
at
me
the
fix
camera.
that.
I don't know how I look.
Let
Where
me
am I
fix that.
looking?
All right, we got the Crackman. Go ahead, D-Dub.
Maybe it's better. I don't see what's going on there.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
fix
know.
this.
Crack is I guess he's a friend of mine now. Legendary bettor in the both on the East Coast and out in Vegas. Loves to well, he'll tell you what he loves a little bit later, I'm sure.
I love to tip.
You say you
And-
love to tip?
And Cheetos.
Oh, hey, gee, okay. You love to tip. Interesting.
Tip is the best part.
Now, Crack is featured frequently on VSiN, the sports betting network. Is that that's correct, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's also in.
we
he's-
chartered a flight all the way from Vegas.
wasn't
Crackman.
cheap,
Yeah.
but Crack's got the funds to do something like that. So
Here you drive a Kia. Did I hear that correctly too? I read that in the notes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All that money on tipping, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's going well so far. Well, thanks for being here, Crack.
Crackman, do you tip on a bottle of wine? That's off script. Sorry.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
do you
right?
love to tip?
I love to tip.
You do love to tip.
I know you do. That's great.
Yeah.
That's nothing better than being, generous to those that are generous to you.
I agree 100%. 100%.
That's, amen.
Let's get this show off the way
What
we
do you
always
think?
do.
20%
Well,
minimum
sorry.
or
Even more.
Even more than 20? Wow, you are generous.
very good.
Yeah. Oh, am I going to do it? Let's do it.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
Ooh, power play.
And we are back in Studio 8B. I just wanted to show, without the graphics on top of it, here's Crackman himself, professional sports bettor, and then his website, Crack Wins.
Yeah.
Crack Wins. And your Twitter, Crackman, is that Crack?
What is that? Crack wins? I don't know.
I think it's Crack. Well, we'll check that out. You do some
It's,
research.
Numb crack.
I don't think that's
Numb
right.
crack?
No? D-Dub's gonna figure that out. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get tasting some tasty beers, shall we? Tonight's beer of choice, courtesy of Tones, since he did lose trivia last week.
Told you got to crack that open, buddy.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I believe it's at Bill Crackman.
At Bill Crackman.
At
I was
Bill
honing
Crackman
in
with a
on
K.
the
With a
Wings
K.
power play here. So.
Crack's got a couple.
lost my focus.
You got a
Thank you,
couple
sir.
podcasts too, don't you?
Drinking crack, man.
You got.
Yeah, you like bear crack?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
You got the
That's
one.
the right thing to say, Crack.
He's got Crack wins. He's on.
Say yes to crack, no to beer.
He's on. He's on VSiN. With that's what do they call that segment? On.
Dun, 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 dun,
forget
dun.
it.
I know the theme song.
And then he's got his newest podcast,
okay.
Cornflakes and Crack.
Cornflakes.
It's an odd name, I think.
It's not
I like it. I like the name.
little
Is it a breakfast show? Like a breakfast sports show?
Yeah, they go over the. I think it's the Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Football
Get ready
picks.
for the college day.
Yeah,
I think corn roses and crack would be a little more catchy.
It's like
Corn roses?
Corn rose?
Corn
Corn
roses and crack.
What's a corn roses? What's a corn like with the
Corn
hair.
rolls?
Oh, the hair.
The hair.
I don't think it's.
No, I think it's. Is it?
Is that appropriate these days? Is that an appropriate name?
No, it's,
No?
that's okay.
Rose
All
of
right,
corn?
let's.
Or cornbread
Corn
and crack.
rose.
You could do that.
Anyway. That's
Corn rose.
So it's a short.
Getting a little picky here.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. There's only one extra syllable you added. You shouldn't get picky about that.
I don't think so at all.
Oh, you're right. You're probably right. Shorts, Locals Amber. This is one of Mrs. Midwest's favorite beers and
Yeah,
tones.
you said that. I'm like, well, I'll give it a whirl. I love the Shorts lineup. It might be my favorite lineup out of all the brews.
Shorts is great, man. I'll tell you what's interesting about this, though. I'm going to zoom in on this. D-Dub's not going to like this. If you look at the, it's the ABV is 4.7.
Okay.
The IBUs are 17. So it's going to be pretty unbitter, unhopified.
I got some Shorts lights for tailgating Sunday. So.
Yeah, but this says it's as easy to drink as Locals Light, but it's an amber. Go figure. What do you think, D-Dub? Have you tried this yet?
I think it's got a nice story about it.
Of a lovely lady.
It's painstakingly designed and
Yeah, well, handcrafted.
It's sort of it's okay. Let me have another sip here.
Tones, while he's tasting.
There we go.
Wings, baby.
Woo!
Yeah,
It's like a 250.
It's like a
Yeah,
2.9, guys.
2.9.
This is not as
Would you tip on it?
it's smoother than I thought it would be being an amber. So a little lighter than I was thinking. So which is better for me the way beers I like. Definitely sippable. I could see where Mrs. Midwest is coming from. Tilting a few of these back. I'm gonna go 3.9 on this.
3.9. Oh, I should probably put.
And you know what? I want to do a flight of Shorts beers and say maybe I'm good. I don't need to drink anything else.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
3.9 is a pretty good score.
Yeah.
You like it, but it's not as much as you like a IPA.
The Shorts Locals Light better, but I'll take this one.
All right, Richie.
Is this our first amber?
It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
If it isn't,
I think it's been
Yeah.
a minute.
Must have had one, but
Yeah. You know, I'm honestly out of. I almost should recuse myself because I do not like myself any amber beers. This one doesn't change my mind at all. I mean, it's drinkable. So, I mean, I'm going to give it a 2.4, but that's probably more of a product of me not liking this
Now-
style of beer.
once upon a time, now correct me if I'm wrong,
You're wrong.
didn't you used to drink a lot of Killian's?
That's a red, though. That's not an amber.
Is that different?
Is it?
Jimmy?
That's more of like an
JT, is
Irish
that-
beer, like a red
Irish
red
amber.
ale.
I don't know. This kind of reminds me of Killian's a little bit similar. I don't know if there is a difference technically. I don't know. It's a good question. Rich actually probably knows more than me because he's Killian's.
I mean, I've seen things called amber. I usually don't like them, so I stay away from them. I've had different kinds of red beer before. Those are okay because they're usually like the Smithwick. I think that's like an Irish red too, right?
Smithwick.
Is that right?
Smith. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's got the castle on it or whatever.
Got the castle served on a nitro tap at my local pub.
It's more of a Guinness type of drink.
It's light though. I
Maybe
thought.
you're thinking of Rickard's Red?
Oh yeah, that could
maybe.
be. Yeah,
Possibly.
isn't that brewed by like Miller Coors or whatever
It's
they are now?
probably Molson, right? It's
Or Molson?
Canadian.
Yeah, that's
I
what it is.
believe it's Rickard's is pretty popular up there in the southern Ontario.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give this a 3.8. Pretty good.
Crack,
Carl?
you're not drinking?
No thanks.
No, Crack doesn't drink
I don't drink.
by choice, not because he had a problem. He would mention that, I think. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. It's definitely light, which I can appreciate. You could probably whale down, I don't know, 20 or 30 of these on a weekend.
I don't
you
know
needed
about
to.
that. But I don't know if there's any beer I would drink 25 of them.
When does your weekend start? Are we talking?
Right now, actually. This
was
is the
gonna
beginning.
say.
Yeah.
So
Could have mixed
yeah.
a Crown and Coke in there somewhere. No.
All right. Good call. That was pretty good, Tones, I think. And I know Mrs. Midwest, like I said, that's one of her.
Stamp of
Now,
approval.
last week, what did we have last week? The fruity orange one, right? The clementine one?
Yeah.
And we all didn't really care
No.
for that.
It was just nothing. You know, it was just
Jimmy had a 30 pack and we drank 4 of them. What'd you ever do with those other 26 beers, Jimmy?
You know what I did with them. They're gone. Actually, because I have Mrs. Midwest like that too. She said
Oh,
it was pretty
really?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't mind it.
Hey,
Yeah.
it got used.
I think Richie and I came over your house a couple years ago on like
Yeah.
a Friday or Saturday night,
I remember that.
and I think she had something in the fridge that was very similar to that.
I thought that was Tangerine Space Machine.
Okay,
That was good.
Yes, that's
I
good.
thought it was very similar to what we had.
I think we drank like 8 of those and then left.
Yeah, you didn't. Hopefully, you didn't drive.
I didn't drive that thing.
No, you don't.
I was not drinking
Oh.
those like that.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we
Uh-oh.
have to get the presidential betting
It's,
odds. We got a late start.
it's
We're gonna
coming
keep
up
this
in a
moving,
hurry.
baby. Yeah, it is.
It's coming up in a hurry.
Sure is.
What are we, 11 days, 12 days, something like that? 12
Yeah,
days out.
12 days out.
Is that what day of the week is that?
So Tuesday.
To give you an idea, we're gonna have one more show in between now and the presidential
Wow.
presidential election.
Would you predict these lines move much between now and next week?
Well, let me
It's
tell
going to be
you.
an October surprise that they always talk about. October surprise.
I've been learning up on this a little bit,
Okay.
just because they've been talking about it on VSiN.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, have they really?
Oh, they talking about
a little bit.
presidential election?
Is
Yeah,
that
a little bit.
Gil Alexander ripping off my
Yeah.
idea of the presidential
I think
betting
so.
odds?
Rufus
yeah.
Peabody was on there.
Peabody.
Yeah.
And he's good.
Rufus.
And turns out maybe those numbers are not very good numbers.
Oh, really?
Everybody sort of thinks it's a pick. It's pick 'em,
Yeah.
coin flip.
Well, in that case, obviously, you would want to put your money on Kamalala.
I think a lot of them are based on an index,
Okay.
but the index includes some far right leaning polls, but there's no equivalent on the left.
I thought
So the
I thought
number-
ABC, CBS, CNN are all left.
That's what you would say.
Heyo.
That's what you would say.
Right.
But I don't think that's.
smell a throwdown
I still
coming.
think. I still think of
CNN is fair and balanced. Yes.
MSNBC is fair.
Yeah, that's scary. Did you? They talk at all about Polymarket, which is a peer-to-peer.
Yeah, I was. That's what I was. I was.
It's a
checking that.
what?
That's like a peer-to-peer, almost more like a betting exchange.
Like a
where-
crypto betting exchange.
Right.
Is that
There's
where?
not a-
Is that the only
or
place you can
something.
bet it in America?
Or you can't have a. Well, you technically can't have a Polymarket account and place wagers in America. But
So where can you bet it
could.
in America?
So offshores.
yeah, I mean, you could bet this using a VPN,
Oh, Jorel.
right? But
Where can you bet it in America?
Player.
I don't think you actually can bet it in America. But you could bet it in America if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
You have to go to the Bahamas.
There's ways to make
Yeah.
it work to look like
It's
they're-
legal now to bet it, but it's not offered anywhere.
How about that? Sounds about right.
It's
yeah.
legal. That in the last 2 weeks, it's become legal.
Right.
But I
Is that
don't know
presidential
where.
or it sounded like it was like Senate and House races? Did it include presidential like that?
I would think it only would include
I know,
presidential.
'cause I thought
I don't know
I
where
read
you
it.
can
I
bet.
thought it sounded like
Jimmy doesn't
everything
even
but-
have any numbers for the Senate races. Which state do you want to look up?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's only. It probably would. If it would be any, it would be the presidential.
But I will
But-
say that the
Oh, Jorel agrees with
and I'm
me.
actually the number one. There's a Newsweek article that talks
Right
about
on.
how the Polymarket odds they suspect were rigged by somebody putting $30 million for Trump.
Yeah.
And I'm actually the number
I
one
don't know
comment
that it's a bad.
on that article on Newsweek.
I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
that
I know.
either way is a. It does. I don't know that it affects anything.
Of course, it wouldn't affect
What-
anything
so what
because
the hell?
Kamalala would also have plenty of donors that could then go and back her at the equivalent of plus 130, I think it is.
Wait. What's your comment?
Just basically that, if because they're saying that the odds are skewed because some mysterious, Russian
Donor.
or something, put a
Oligarch.
large bet. Yes. And then my counterpoint was, well, all that would have to happen is people to bet Kamala, and then that number would come back. But people aren't putting their money where their mouth is with Kamala.
If you were trying to drum up support, which way would you want the numbers to be in these betting
I
markets?
don't know. I really
I
don't
would
know.
want them to be lower. I would want to scare people to thinking, this is the reality. What are you going to do about it?
Right, but somebody's actually going to be losing $30 million then.
It's crypto. Does that count?
I don't think that counts then if it's crypto, right? I mean, why
It's a
not somebody
capital loss.
that really believed in Kamala then take her at plus 130 or 135 and put $1 million there and move that number back? But they're not doing it.
I don't know the answer to any of these
But
questions.
that only affects the one market. But isn't there a bunch of betting markets that?
Well, there is. And let's put these
Where-
on the screen right now. we've got, and these have moved, and the source that I get my numbers from actually replaced the last two with now DraftKings and FanDuel.
Well,
it was like
now?
Sports Interaction was one of them. That's no longer being fed into me here. So I italicized those two.
So these run the same way as that crypto market, though. So people are just putting money on Trump. So that's why the odds are going this way, right?
That's the way it should be. I mean, this is a traditional sports book, so they're going to have some influence there.
There's a lot of money on Trump, and Caesars is trying to balance the book right now.
I would assume that that's the idea. Now, Bet365 did not move at all. Although I did this early this afternoon. Last night, these numbers were substantially different. Where
Really?
Kamalala was like plus 150.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So they haven't changed, and they moved back towards Kamala since last night into this early afternoon. But BetMGM plus 135 for Kamala. Caesars, this is a pretty big one. She's plus 170
that's
there.
a lot.
That's a lot. The Trumpsters minus 205 there.
Is there a lot of money getting thrown on these?
I would have
Like
to
these markets,
think
you know?
so now. I would think so. But anyway, that's where we're at. And what I'm going to do for next week, I'm going to go and basically plot each week so we can see the movement between the two and kind of get an idea what's happened.
Yeah, we may have to get a little more in depth next week because it'll be a few days out.
Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, though, I think.
I mean, this is DraftKings. They're overseas, right? They have a market in Europe, and
Sure.
and you can bet them in Canada,
Right.
as well as the United States. Obviously, there's nothing from the U.S. in there. So, is that where your number is coming from, or any one is specific? Are the numbers the same in
I think
both
these
their
are all
markets?
these are all Ontario, and I don't know if the numbers are different in like a European market versus a Canadian market.
There's a lot of Canadians betting on the
I
US
think
president.
maybe that's where everything I
Maybe,
seem to think is it keeps talking that it's
The
5
Trudeau's betting on
states. And it's pretty. It could go either way. It just
could go
depends
either way.
on what happens in those states.
Right.
Pennsylvania.
The numbers are. I just don't. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, it makes sense to me, but
In what sense?
I lean. I may lean that way a little bit. Let me catch up here in the chat. You got Jorel says, "Wee oo." What's going on, Jorel? I'm gonna call
Is
you
that
in a
how
few
it
minutes here,
sounded?
buddy. I think it was something like that.
Okay.
Maybe it was a Vikings horn, Rich? Was that what that could have been? Oh, speaking of, shoot, anybody got any picks for?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Top picks. I'm
I
sorry.
got the Vikes. Was it minus 2.5?
Yeah. I have a 2.5 too, but for the show purposes, when I checked it tonight, it was 3. So, ram it. I got that as a ram at home.
I think so.
1 of 2.
I think if the Vikings were playing anybody besides Detroit, Baltimore, KC, they win that game
I agree.
Sunday, and I think they'll put a hurting on this game. So
Yeah.
win comfortably.
I don't think the Vikings are gonna. I don't know. The Rams barely beat the Rams. They look terrible.
I
don't know. Something I'm missing about that.
yeah,
game.
I think Vikings all day.
I agree. It's one of my favorite picks.
so I got a letting the cat out of the bag here.
Oh,
A 6-point teaser.
okay.
4 teams.
4 teams
You know what that's going to pay, Jimmy?
plus 270.
60.
Damn it, I was close.
Yeah. This is going to be a loser, but I mean, the Rams tonight, plus 9. It's plus 3 on DraftKings. Brings it up to plus 9. I got the Eagles with that, plus 9.
Okay.
I got the Chargers minus 1, and I got the Lions minus 5.5.
Oh, it's
Yes,
a
sir.
pretty good one.
I don't know.
I kind of like that.
Nobody's ever done it on this show before, so that's one for the record books.
One for the record books. You know what's funny is I had something similar last week, but I didn't put it on the show, and it came home. But it was only a 3-leg 6-point teaser.
I had 3, and then I'm like, well, why don't I throw the Lions in there?
Sure.
I mean, that's like the one that sticks out the most.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lock.
in
Can't
my
lose.
model.
6 points with the line. Yeah, all day long. All day long.
So
I can see the Lions winning by 2 TDs though.
What's your
Easy.
model? Where do you start with your model, Daryl?
I start with scoring, defense, offense, defense, home field advantage,
They said in
and,
practice
injuries.
They had Penny Sewell was throwing passes in practice.
That's not a
Really?
good sign.
If that's worth bringing up on a
But-
podcast, though.
But Ben Johnson said it at the press conference. Like usually that stuff's like under wraps. But
I don't think they need that this
he's
week.
like, Penny's
I wouldn't think so.
Penny's gonna throw it and do something about it.
Well,
they
looks like they
practice that.
Yeah, maybe they expect that they're going to be out, up by 30 points, and they're going to start doing that.
That's when you start testing all your trick plays when you're up by 30.
I preferably would like to see what Hendon Hooker's got, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I think Jorel
in a
would
game
like
situation.
Jorel would like to know that.
Well, I mean, Hendon Hooker's top 5 next to Arch, but
Arch and Hook.
I got the Lions minus 18 for what it's worth.
I would play him minus 24.
Lions minus 18.
Minus 18.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to know how Daryl's sausage is made, but he's been doing good lately. So I don't need to know about your mom.
Hey, it is what it is. It'll come back.
As long as it's not fennel.
Yeah,
No
fennel.
fennel.
I like fennel.
Low dosage.
What?
Low dosage is good.
That's the worst.
Oh no, hot pepper though. You gotta have hot pepper.
For once, Rich and I
agree.
agree on something.
Oh my god, it tastes like ass.
I don't like licorice. It tastes
Oh,
like
cayenne
licorice.
pepper.
It does
Yeah.
taste like licorice, yeah. Oh, you guys are big licorice guys, all right?
I like licorice.
Not black.
You do.
licorice, no.
I do.
Yes, anise.
Anise, yeah.
Yeah.
Red vines.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats, the czars of knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
It is time for Numbers Guys Trivia, and I did
Wait a
promise
second,
I'd,
Jimmy.
yes, sir.
You didn't ask Crack, if she has an opinion about the election.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crack. Opinion about the election.
I mean, I love to tip.
Well, and see, I get that. Because Trump want to do away with the
He wants
Trump,
to
the
eliminate the tax on tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that, Crack. I'm
But
with
if
you.
anybody tries to take my tipping abilities away, I'm not voting for them.
That's,
That's
I
smart.
appreciate your conviction, Crack.
I like that.
I do, yeah.
Fair enough.
I forgot. I started to
Trivia.
catch up here on the chat here.
Yeah,
though.
what's the tones?
So Silk, who's also known as Jorel, he says he's around 58 and 16 the last few weeks. He's in fuego, man. And talking about those polling outlets that you mentioned, Tones, he said those are all 100% left wing tones. Snoop says MSLGB. Then he said, did D-Dub say that MSLGB is fair and balanced? They won't let a Republican into 30 Rock. And then he
That's
also
very true.
says, the white Sharpie, that's you, Richie. This is Jorel, ramming it home. He knows the ramming homes. All right, here is tonight's Numbers Guys trivia question. By the way this works is if everybody gets this right, I'm buying the beer next week. If everybody gets it wrong, I'm buying the beer next week. And then if just one person gets it wrong, they're buying the beer next week. Tonight's question, at what college was Randy Moss redshirted as a freshman in 1995? I don't think I wrote that right. At what college was Randy Moss was redshirted? That's not right.
What's the... shoot.
What college was he redshirted in
I
1995?
think I need the website again.
This may not be your first
Numbers-
instinct,
oh.
folks.
Shoot, I'll...
Just text it to me if you
Yeah, I'll
want.
text it. I'll text it.
Yeah,
to
you guys take your time. We'll give out the answer to that later on in the show. Let these guys kind of get situated here for a
Crack
second.
might have an opinion on this one.
Crack, any idea where Randy Moss was redshirted in 1995?
Maybe Pete Rose.
Pete Rose University?
It could be Pete Rose. R.I.P. Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Could be Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
What don't you have a picture with Pete Rose, don't you?
I mean, obviously.
Obviously you do. Big Pete Rose guy. Mm-hmm. Girl. Pete Rose. That's funny. How much did you guys rehearse ahead of time here?
I mean...
Who are you
don't know what
talking about?
Just, practice things.
No tax on tips.
No tax on tips. No tax on tips, baby. All right, let's do this while they're typing in the
It's not a link, Daryl.
info.
It's not a link, but you can type that in.
I gotcha.
Not a link, but you can type that in.
Not a tumor.
Not a tumor.
It's the NFL Against the Spread Challenge with the Numbers Guys and Jorel.
I love coconut. This is actually really good.
He loves coconuts. The biggest coconut fan on the face of the planet, the handicapper extraordinaire, Silk. Tone, do you want to explain how this challenge works while I get him on the phone?
So I think that Silk fellow has to pick 4 games against the spread based on ESPN numbers, betting lines. And then we each pick our favorite game of the week to cover, and we put our numbers against each other. and see where we go.
That's right. You nailed it. And the winner of that gets the coveted Chi-Chi's Cup. Chi-Chi's Cup, the finest leaded Chinese crystal filled with $1.25 Chi-Chi's drinks.
Right behind the Stanley Cup
go.
and right before the Lombardi Trophy.
It's right there in that order. In that order. So let's get Silk on the phone here. Hopefully he's available. And let's
Crack,
see.
what's the biggest tip you ever laid down?
Oh, that's loud. That's loud.
Probably my whole bank account.
Played your whole bank account.
She really does love to tip.
Made it rain at the restaurant.
You guys hear me?
You there, Silk?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Good, good.
Go ahead.
Sounds like you're in the boiler room.
Yeah, I was. I'm out now.
All right, everything okay?
How did that pass to the center work out for you?
45-yard bomb. He got caught, but we nailed it. It's on my page, so I'll send it to you.
I think the Lions are looking at that. They're gonna send Penny 45 yards deep.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be sweet. I was so excited because we've done like 5 trick plays this year, and they all were turnovers. And my center's that guy. Like I needed to reward. Like he played the position and he wasn't supposed to be. One of those guys like, Coach, I'll do it. And I was just so excited. It was my favorite play of the year. It's actually the best trick play I've ever been a part of. I've never seen anyone throw it to the center other than Penn State a couple weeks ago.
That's pretty awesome. It sounds.
That's where I got it from, the Penn State game.
Are you playing Grand Theft Auto?
James Franklin and Jorel Petree.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard GTA in the background.
You heard like the door opening.
No, I'm in my car.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right, I'm on the screen right now, Silk. I'm going to put up the standings. Right now, the numbers, guys: 19-8-1. Silk 16-12-0. We're at a 3.5 point advantage, which we were
Did you
at
guys
2
go
weeks ago.
3-1 again?
We did. Yeah,
Gotta keep up, Silk.
Damn.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good. Although
I understand. I'm picking like a freaking monster, but my favorites, my top 4s are. I'm not doing good. It's driving me crazy.
Well, this week it's going to change, buddy. I got faith in you. I previewed your picks ahead of time. I'm going to go one at a time here. Here is the first one. You got tonight the Rams plus 2.5.
Yeah, I love this. Florida's going to blitz a lot, but Kyron's going to get his 100 against them. And then Cooper Kupp's the blitz guy that's back for Stafford. So when they do blitz, this looks like a classic 100-100 game for me out of Kyron and Kupp. And then I'm kind of riding the once you played the Lions, you get your shit rocked. So because it's 7-0 against the spread right now, the team that previously played the Lions. So I like Minnesota on a short week just came off a Lions game that got smothered. I think the Rams are going to handle them tonight, actually. And I also believe that I've been saying this for a couple of weeks. Sam Darnold's going to come back down to reality.
Yeah, I think he's probably overperformed quite a bit recently.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I mean, that goes into their coaching. Their coaching's been phenomenal, but I'm with Richie on this one. I think they're going to ram it home, and they're at home, too.
Rich is opposite
No,
you.
I'm opposite you. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I thought you said take the Rams.
No.
Oh,
I
said,
don't see it.
I said ram the Vikings home.
In fact, I don't understand. I know you're such a big Stafford fan. I don't really see where you're coming from on this one.
No, I'm not that big of a hater on her. I think he's a good player. You just don't know how to win. But it's just one of them good betting spots. The Rams are hungry because you can kiss Cooper Kupp goodbye tonight, too, if the Rams lose. I think the Steelers are going to get him.
Wow. Could be.
If the Rams win, so I think they're playing for Cooper Kupp, in all honesty, too. I doubt they talk about that, but he's pretty much on his way out the door right now.
Interesting take. All right, here's your second pick for the Chi-Chi's Challenge. You got the Packers laying 4 against the Jags.
Ooh, yeah, the Jags Ingram changes their offense quite a bit. Peterson's like one of the best tight end coaches in a long time, and his offense runs through it. So Ingram did help them out, but Green Bay's just way too good. Green Bay's ready for the playoffs right now.
All right.
And the Jags are not that good.
Hard to argue.
Can't argue with that. All right.
I got a question.
Yes.
I'm pretty stacked at every position. Would you guys trade? And I also have Kraft and I have Dobbs from Green Bay. And I absolutely don't need Marvin Harrison. Like, that's how stacked my team is. I'm thinking about trading Stroud and Harrison for Jordan Love.
No. Nope.
It's crazy. I put in like trade analyzers and everything too, and it says don't do it, no way. Stroud's better for the remainder of the year.
Right.
I looked at the schedule. Stroud does have a better schedule, but Jordan Love is like guaranteed almost 3 touchdowns. Guy's a monster.
I mean,
I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I'm probably going to keep it because I also do have Tank Dell. So.
When Nico comes back, Stroud's going to take off again.
Yeah, that's a good point too, and he'll be back in about 2 weeks. So
I'll gladly take them off your hands in my fantasy league if you would be willing to do a cross-league trade. Can we do that?
No.
Can't do that? No, Rich says no. All right.
Like to snoop.
let's invent it.
Yes. All right. Here's pick number 3. Number 3, you got the Atlanta Falcons against the no wide receiving Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's pretty much all I got to say is the injuries at receiver are pretty much enough for me to take Atlanta. Atlanta's playing good football. Bijan's been playing really good football, and Cousins has been playing really good football. Baker makes stuff happen, but I don't know. I just can't see them without their 2 best players.
Tell me that game's in Atlanta this week.
And that's one of them games that Atlanta should be -6. The spread doesn't seem right.
All right.
I would just be shocked if it was in Atlanta.
Shocker. Yeah, that's right. They're always home, man.
Always home.
Lastly, you have the Chargers laying 7.5. Pretty big number there against the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, this is a weird one. It took me a while because I was debating this and I forget the other one right now, but or the Jets, which was a big spread too. But I think the Chargers got their game figured out. They're gonna move the ball and they're gonna play good defense. They're gonna run the ball. I just think that's gonna be a slow and steady win. Just pull away and then hold the lead. It's a weird pick. It really is. I don't love that one, but I definitely can see the Chargers taking it by 10 or 12.
All righty, buddy. I think I like your picks this week. I think I liked them last week.
I pounded the Rams tonight. I put like 70% of my account on the Rams money line.
Oh, no kidding.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
That's
bad idea.
Bad portfolio management.
Yeah, not a better betting tip.
Not diversification.
I'm up though. I murdered the last 2 weeks, so like even if I lose 70%, I'll still be up like a couple $100 on the year.
All right.
So it's more of a lottery, but I just really think the Rams are going to do it.
You do you, man. You do.
All right, Jorel.
All right, here's the numbers guys picks. I took the Dolphins now -3.5. I'll give you a little. I'll give you a little inside baseball here. The numbers guys get together on Wednesday afternoons virtually to put together our Chi-Chi's challenge picks, and this was 3 at that point in time. And then if something happens between Thursday afternoon and Wednesday afternoon, if the number moves, we can change them. But I kept it here when it moved from 3 to 3.5. I got the Dolphins laying the 3.5. Tua's back. Everybody's healthy. Waddle should be pretty healthy. Tyreek healthy. A-Chain, he's going to be healthy. Should be a good one. So
it's going to be a big game by Mostert too.
Oh yeah, Mostert healthy.
Tyreek Hill was tweeting out, "We're back," so he seems excited about this week too. I think they might finally get an explosion. But I've been playing their props every week and losing, waiting for the explosion. But my boy Huntley sucks.
He sucked. I had Tyreek as a best top pick last week, and that didn't work out too well. But you're right. Everything that they're saying that the team is in preseason form, that they're that good right now. So I think I'm going to take that against the Cards in Miami, laying the points. Next on our list, Richie with the Vikings -2.5.
Nice. Yeah, I can start it off today.
Yeah, last time we went Oppo, I got you. So this is your chance to catch back up. I think Minnesota's still one of the best teams in the league, and I watched the Rams-Raiders game, and that was a hard watch before I fell asleep. So, Stafford looks terrible out there. Kupp will help, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to put him over. I just don't see him winning this game. So
Puka might be back tonight too. Do you guys know yet?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Nice. Well, go Vikings.
But I agree. Minnesota's the better team. It just feels like a great spot for the Rams for me. Like that, just one of those spots, like a letdown game.
Kind of a must-win for them, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for the Rams, definitely.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. All right, Richie. I'm sorry. All right, Tones. Tones gets to go next here. You got the Commodes +3.
They're rolling. Played awesome last week. Back at home. I like the +3 home dog. I think it'd be a tight game, but I could see Commodes Winning outright or keeping it within a field goal for sure. So.
I don't think Jaden's playing, but this is the sharp pick of the week. All the smart money's on Rams and Redskins.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Jaden is not playing. It's going to be Marcus Mariota under center.
But that's the NFL sharp play of the week. The big one that they all like is the Redskins.
Okay. All right. And they're getting the
I got
field.
scared because of Jaden.
Yeah, I could see that. And then, Dub, you got the Falcons laying 2.5 here against the
Great
Bucs.
minds think alike, Jorel. Falcons minus 2.5. I just
feels right.
I like the number, you know. I think the Bucs looked like a different team at the end of that game than when they started it. In fact, I think they are a different team.
Pretty much a totally different team.
They're going to be running the ball, and they're going to be throwing the ball to their running backs, I believe. I don't know. I think Falcons. You can't trust the Falcons for anything. So that's the therein lies the problem. The Falcons are you just never know. They never.
The other thing I forgot to research is Atlanta's run D. I don't know how good it is. I think it's mid-tier, but if it's pretty good, then they should cover.
If anything looks good for the Bucs, it's the combination of 3 different running backs.
Yeah,
3-headed monster there.
Yeah, I think last week were they? I think they're going to try to settle on maybe one.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't think they're going to run that 3-back, constantly rotating deal.
Who's it going to be then?
I don't know.
Bucky probably. Well, no, they'll give Rashad White first a little bit more, but I'm a big Bucky fan. I think he's a stud.
I thought so too,
but
last
Bucky's
week
not an every down back guy. I really don't think White is. I think White's one of them classic like Moss, like a career backup type guy that's got a starting job, and Bucky's not an every down back guy either. So there's no way they can go like 25 carries to one of those 3.
I think Jim's just pulling stuff out of his.
Nah, looked like auditions to me more than it was like going to be an actual thing. But I could be wrong. But we know that they run that 11 package most of the time. They ain't gonna be doing that this week.
I think you've been reading the St. Petersburg Sentinel.
I like the St. Petersburg Sun-Times. No,
Sentinel.
It's the St. Petersburg Sentinel. Is that
I
really
believe
what
that's
it is?
the big where the beat writer there for the Buccaneers resides.
All right, Silkser. Listen, man, if people want to check you out on Instagram, it's going to be at Silk Football, and then on Facebook at Jorel Petree. All of your picks are available there. Like you said, you've been blowing it up, eh, buddy?
Yeah, I've been hot, really hot. I've had 10 or plus wins every week for the last 4 weeks, I want to say.
That's pretty awesome, man. So
I didn't check my numbers last week. I was going through them a little bit. I know I had 4 losses halfway through, so I might have had a rough week. I forget what I picked.
Okay. All right, man. Well, good talking to you, buddy. Good luck this week, and we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, have a good night, guys.
You too, brother.
Jorel.
Take care, man. Thanks. All right, there you have it. Jorel Petree, a.k.a. Silk.
Love that guy, Jimmy. But here's the thing. I don't like the way he ended that. I didn't check my picks last week. I don't know.
If you're a professional handicapper, you may want to check your picks. Sometimes I don't check my picks either.
You need to get...
Well, he's not professional. He doesn't make any.
Professional amateur handicapper, I think, is what we call Jorel. He's doing pretty good, though. And then also, because we don't have a lot of college football representation
He's doing
on
great
the show.
for the purposes of this show.
Yes,
it just so happens he run into a buzzsaw. The numbers guys are at 80% or whatever they are.
We're clocking 10 G's a week booming
What
at
are
our
we
peak.
at in the what's the
Breed?
percentage in the Chi-Chi's Cup?
It's high. You want to go back and look real quick?
I mean, it's something that cannot be sustained.
No, we're about to regress like nobody's ever regressed before. We're 19-8-1.
19-8-1.
So do the math there.
I mean, we'd be up 11 units right now.
Yeah.
Well, minus the juice.
We're cooking. We're cooking. But here's somebody that's not up 11 units for the show. We got College Football Joe, our college football somewhat of an expert. He's this week he's taken Vandy plus 19 against Texas.
It's ballsy.
Vandy plus 19 against Texas in what is that? Illinois?
What's that?
Vanderbilt.
Nashville. Come on, son.
Okay. So
Yeah, Nashville.
Nashville. He's taken Kansas State plus 10 against Kansas.
Interstate rivalry.
Interstate rivalry.
Gotta like that.
Yeah. And then he's given us Texas A&M. It's a pick'em right now against the Louisiana State University minus 114. All those at Bet Rivers, incidentally. And College Football Joe for the season, 13-11. So I think he's actually beaten the VIG.
Yeah, about half a unit.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good College Football Joe. So keep up the good work there. All right, what's next on the agenda, guys? Silk Challenge. Oh, we got to do the NFL in 30.
NFL in 30.
Let's do it.
I'm D-Dub.
I am Tones.
I'm Richie. And in my neighborhood, we have a train that comes through.
Woo woo!
And I'm JT, the whole NFL, and possibly the ghost of Andy Rooney.
Why are there patches on suit jackets?
In 30 minutes. You good?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm out. Okay, I got to cut that out. Okay. It gets closer and closer every week. Okay, so we got some chat, too, by the way. Snoop says, tell Crack Trump won't tax his tips.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
You hear
Snoop.
that,
You're
Crack?
Right. He also says Houston. Don't know what that is about. It's a city in Texas. And then Jorel says, love Vandy, his biggest play of the weekend. Loving Vandy. All right. And then Realtor Lauren says it's going to be 45 minutes today. Now, there is no buys today, Realtor Lauren. Give you a little heads up
There
to
is
your
a full
handicap.
schedule, though.
Full slate.
Full slate. So we got 16 games. We're going to try to get through these. That's the way we do this. We try to do this in a half hour. It's going to be a little bit over a half hour, but we're going to go through each game, put a timer on the clock for 2.5 minutes, just briefly talk about each game if there's a play that any of us think on any of these games. And let's start. We're not going to skip
This
Thursday Night
segment is
Football.
really coming into its own. Like, we're leaving time on the clock.
Yeah, we're doing good with it this year.
Yeah.
We are. We
Better.
sure are. All right, let's go
Coming
to
around.
Let's go to the first one. That's going to be the Cards at the Dolphins. You got the Dolphins laying. You can still get 3.5 minus 120 at FanDuel, but 4.5, 4. Oh, they're all over the map there. Total is 46.5 over at the FanDuel. Who wants this one to start?
I can make it real quick for you guys.
Sure.
The wrong team is favored. Oh. Now I wouldn't bet it because there's too much uncertainty with Tua, but I don't believe he's going to be any better than he was at the beginning of the season. He might be, but he might also be terrible, and it might be the end of the Dolphins' season.
Wow.
Thank you.
It's the wrong team's favored, there. I think you would like Arizona in this game.
Try
Big
to
time.
avoid when there's injuries and guys coming back, like a quarterback of that sustenance.
I think Miami easily wins this game if Tua's healthy. He's at quarter. They've been lost, and I just think Tyreek Hill and all these guys are just biting at the bit to actually get a ball thrown their way that spirals. So, he's never. It's always a gamble if he's going to finish the game or not. But I'll bet he finishes one more game before he retires. Give me the Dolphins.
But he was bad when he played in the beginning of the season.
I'm with Rich on this. I think the offense will be jacked. Get Tua back. Receivers ready to go. They've been missing them. And much needed game to win here. So I think they'll come out flying and take care of business here. So I take the Dolphins.
Most obvious play on the board for me. I got the first pick this week, and this I went right to this one. I think I already said it earlier. Everybody's healthy, flying high. They're excited. They're pumped. They're going to be airing it out. Tua's going to have 310 yards. Should be a pretty good showing, I'm thinking. And then also you mentioned the health thing. Who's the doctor? Dr. Chow?
Dr. Chow?
Dr. Chow. Somebody asked him.
SIC?
Yeah, somebody asked him about the performance of a quarterback that came back from a concussion, and it's negligible.
Really?
Yes. The difference in
Just
performance.
ask Steve Young and Troy Aikman.
On the game back. The game back.
Brett Favre had
can't say that
1,000.
to
You don't throw him into the conversation?
Yeah. So, all right, that was number one.
Favre.
How about who was the quarterback for Chris? Who was the quarterback for the Chargers or the Oilers that couldn't drive home that night? He got a concussion.
Warren Moon?
Chris.
I think didn't he coach? Are you talking about Chris Chandler?
Chandler.
Oh,
yes.
Chris Chandler.
But
yes.
wasn't he more the quarterback for the Falcons?
Oh, I was thinking of the Chargers and the Oilers, but you might be right. You're probably right.
Chandler, I think, was the guy that had he definitely had a bad concussion.
They called him Crystal Chandelier.
Maybe Romy did. Chris Everett.
Jimmy, are you getting upset with us now?
No.
Don't blame Rich.
We're using the free time.
I did want to say that we do have somebody in the chat. Somebody new in the chat.
Oh,
Who now?
welcome aboard.
This is Mikey's Holiday Inflatables.
I know him.
He says, "Oh, Dad." Then he says, Dad. I-H, Dad?
I think that
Supposed to be high?
That might be little C on his iPad.
Oh, okay.
Logged into Mikey's Inflatables.
Yeah,
We'll see.
But I'm sure we will be doing, and I may want to clip next week.
Heck yeah.
We're doing our Halloween walkthrough with Mikey of our decorations. So I'm going to be making a YouTube video, so maybe throw a clip on that for next week's show before Halloween. So.
Probably get more views than our show.
Or we can save it. Oh, no,
Guarantee it.
Wednesday, yes. The day before Halloween. So we'll throw it up there. So I'll get a clip together.
All right. I'm looking forward to that.
We'll see.
Yes. All right, here's the next one.
Colangelo.
We got the Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers 2.5. Playing 2.5 at home. 46-ish is the total.
Injuries, I think.
I'm with you. Yeah, go ahead. I'm with. I don't. Who are they throwing to on Tampa Bay? I don't know the next receiver in line. But you know, I really do. I've liked Atlanta a lot this year. But boy, did they crap the bed last week. Just simply on injuries alone, I'm going to take it as long as it doesn't go above 3. There, I'll roll with I'll fly with the Falcons on this one.
Go ahead. I think because of the injuries, scoring is going to be down a little bit, and I'm kind of eyeing the under on this. I think I don't think we're going to have a lot of flashy scoring in this game. So
yeah, good call, Tones. I like that.
Piggybacking on what Rich was saying, I really like that 2.5 number. But yeah, if it creeps up to 3, there's no way I would stick with that.
I have no opinion on this one.
What about Crack?
Tough call.
Crack got anything
Crack?
for this one?
Love to tip.
That's really all. That's all you need.
Let me ask you something, Crack.
Yep.
You know, when you're decorating that Christmas tree at home, I know you're half Catholic. You got that tree all lit up. That final piece, the star, where do you like to put that?
I like to tip.
You put it on the tip.
On the tip.
100%.
I've been sitting here racking my brain trying to think of something for tip, and nothing appropriate is coming to mind.
Well,
You know
you
what I'm
got the what do they call that little piece on the on them cheap cigars that Uncle Richie smokes?
The tip.
I think it is
That's
the
a
tip.
plastic tip cigar.
I
Sure.
think she's right.
Sure. All right, let's. I was going to say something. Oh, when Baker was in Cleveland, what did they run offensively a lot? I'm trying to think who was on that team.
Chubb?
Tip?
Tip. No, nothing to do with tips. Okay, forget it. Nothing on this play. And you guys may have noticed that there is no model being ran tonight on my end because the model is broken. I had an issue with that.
You want me to give you my model numbers every time?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. Give me their number here.
Which one? Which game?
Give me Atlanta, Tampa Bay. And do you have a point total too?
No, I just got the side.
Just got the side. All right.
What was the game you wanted?
Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
We broke Chat JT.
Falcons getting 6 points, but that's not taking into account the massive wide receiver injuries on Tampa Bay. So I mean, you can basically put that at a pick 'em.
What do you think that's worth? 2.5
about 3
points.
on those two receivers, about 3 on each side.
So Jim, what happened after the New Orleans game last week? You just got the system was broke.
Well, no, but anybody that does the sports modeling stuff will tell you that the hard part of it is getting all the data in and then having it be able to be organized. Because like you might pull data from one source and it would say Jay Gibbs X whatever stat you're looking for. And then the other site where you have another data point coming in might say Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, okay.
So to get it all to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But what really happened today is there's 2 data sources that aren't pulling anything in for some reason. So I tried to fix it earlier. I ran out of time. I've had kind of
I would say that the
there.
hardest part is the injuries. And since Dr. Chow pulled the rug out from underneath me, I'm sort of left scrambling.
What
for
did
that.
Dr. Chow do to you?
He took away his numbers from me.
Why did you do that?
It's a whole. I don't want to make it a big thing, but it's a cash grab.
Oh, money grab. Cash grab. All right, real quick. I'm not going to stop again for chat, but I'm doing it one more time. This is it. and then I'll come back to chat after we're done. So Snoop says, okay, UNLV plus 3.5, Philly plus 2.5, and a tickler, NBA Oklahoma minus 1.5 tonight. These are Snoop's picks.
He loves UNLV.
UNLV, he likes UNLV.
Say he likes tickling.
UNLV plus 3.5, Philly plus 2.5, and NBA minus 1.5 tonight. That's what
Yeah,
Snoop's
who doesn't
got.
like
So follow
the
Snoop.
about NBA? It's an exciting sport.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about the NBA coming back. I'm really not at all. Really.
I'm excited about college basketball being about 2 weeks
That I
away.
could see, yeah.
That starts earlier and earlier every year. November 4th, I saw for state. Holy cow.
Yeah, I really would like to get a more acute look at the college basketball world. You know, because I think there's
Are we still on NFL?
opportunities.
Are we still on NFL?
Yeah, we're still doing NFL.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got the Ravens at the Browns. Apparently, no data's flowing in from Caesars right now either. That's great. So you got 8.5. The Browns are getting at home 9 even at Bet Rivers if you wanted to go on the Browns.
I got Ravens minus
44.5.
11.5.
That's what you got. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it the old-fashioned way. We earn it. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm taking Ravens by 10. So, yes, take the Ravens. Okay. Browns blow.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Ravens for those reasons I just mentioned. 8.5 versus my 11.5 says play all day.
Play it all day.
I'm going to stay away from this one. I think Winston's... he's definitely an upgrade, but I mean, who's he going to be throwing touchdowns to? The Brownies or the Ravens? I mean, he's known to throw some pick sixes out there.
You think Browns management is happy that Deshaun tore his ACL so they can bench him?
Probably not. He has no value. I mean, probably wish he could play a little bit so he could trade him.
Who's going to take that salary?
I know. I hear you.
And the fans were calling for him.
The over seems like a fun play, though, here. I mean, the Ravens going to score. Maybe the Browns put up some stuff. Winston will throw pick sixes. He'll throw sixes to his own team. You never know.
Yeah.
The Browns did sign Bailey Zappi this week.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what that's going to do.
It was your boy for a little while.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Can he play receiver?
The only thing I will say is I think the offensive line for the Browns are back to 100%, which if you watch any of the Browns games, evidently not anywhere near 100%.
Mm-hmm.
People were just mugging Deshaun back there. So I don't know. Tones, I kind of agree with you here. Like I wouldn't mind laying 8.5, believe it or not, in this spot, but I'm leaving this one alone.
Rich kind of convinced me to think about the other side.
Yeah.
I actually have Browns on a teaser, and I think that might...
14.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
I think I like that more than the Ravens covering, to be honest.
You might...
Chubb actually looked okay for tearing every part of his knee apart last week.
And I think everybody I listen to says the same thing Rich says. It's an upgrade at quarterback.
Probably
yeah, totally.
The only way to
100%.
get the guy into the game, the only way. There's no way that
blow an ACL.
Watson was getting pulled.
I mean, no one talks pregame huddle like Jameson Winston, the crab legs.
I wonder if that was actually seriously an injury. I think maybe that was not actually an injury.
You can go back and watch the TikTok of his calf exploding.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got the Eagles now at the Bengals.
I thought you followed Dr. Chow.
Dr. Chow.
He's got the TikTok up there.
That was a Steely Dan song? Right. Oh, Dr. Wu. Are you with me,
Come
Dr.
on,
Wu? Anyway,
racist.
I'm not being racist. It's similar. You got the Bengals laying 3 at home against the Eagles. You could actually get 2.5 if that's what you wanted. Decide you wanted to take. 48 is the total everywhere. Let's start with Richie on this one.
Probably gonna stay. I'm gonna stay away from it. But if it was in a 1:00 game, I'm probably gonna, unless this moves a little bit. I mean, I like the Bengals in this. Maybe Bengals money line. Give me Bengals money line. I think they got to win this game. So I don't like the 3-point spread, but I do like the Bengals to win. And I think the Eagles have been just getting by, and I think they run into a team that really needs to win this week.
It's one of my picks for the week. I actually got the Eagles. I think I'll take the points on the road, but I can see the Eagles winning outright. But I'll take the extra points for Buffer there. So
There's room for both of us, Tones.
Yeah.
I got the Eagles as a pick'em.
Room for both of us.
Eagles, Bengals pick'em. So I would lean toward the Eagles, and I think they were part of my crazy teaser earlier, Jimmy. Eagles getting 8.5 or 9.
Sounds right.
What's a DK? Says 3 there, eh? So.
Yeah. I can't do anything with this one either. Nothing pops here. Nothing pops for me here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right, let's keep on moving. Keep on keeping on. How about the Tennessee Titans at the Detroit Lions? The Lions, we were just talking about this earlier. I don't remember them being a double-digit favorite in a really long time, if ever, that I can recall. Laying 11.5 here at home against the Tennessee Titans. 45 is the total. Let's give this one to Rich over there.
Yeah, I mean, these are one of these games where you just struggle in your head to figure out how the heck are the Titans going to get anywhere close in this game. Unless they go a couple back doors. I mean, I like the Lions in a big way this week. And I like we were talking Tim Patrick earlier. Look for a breakout game from him. A couple touchdowns, maybe. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way the Lions have been running on all cylinders, I can't see them winning by at least 14 in this game. So I know they're down JMO, but they got other options. Plenty of.
Well, we've been there before, haven't we?
Plenty of options to work with. So I don't see the Titans doing much against us, and I think we can keep that offense rolling.
I got the Lions by 18. So I'm going to tease the Lions down to 5.5 or whatever it comes out to be. Seems like it'd be an obvious play, but I was telling you earlier, Jimmy, the Lions are due for a snoozer.
They sure are.
They sure are.
And I could see this being the spot, couldn't you?
Kind of, but not. I mean, like
If
11.5.
If it was on the road, yes.
If they won by 10, would you be shocked?
If this was on the road, this could be the snoozy. I think the home field advantage, Detroit.
Well, it depends how they win by 10, though.
Yeah.
I mean, do they score a late touchdown to get up to 10? Because that would be surprising that it's even that close, right?
I mean, we've seen them lose at home over the last 2 years.
Not that anybody this bad, though.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing Tennessee has going for it is their, run defense?
The new stadium being built?
That's it? The new stadium? Yeah.
New stadium.
So, I don't know. I hate to do it, but I'm passing on this one, too.
Is Mason Rudolph getting trucked out there?
Mason Rudolph, I do believe, is the starter this week.
That's an upgrade,
Which is an upgrade. Yeah, although you wouldn't know it by looking at him last week, so. Yeah, nothing doing on that.
As long as it's not Crystal Chandelier.
Crystal Chandelier. Okay, how about the Pack at the Jags? Jags going to be getting some points at home, 4 to be exact. Total 49.5. T-Dub.
Yeah, I got Packers minus 11.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to play the Packers. I mean, the Jaguars, just because they won last week, all of a sudden we're going to say that they shouldn't be 10-point dogs? Really?
It wasn't exactly an
because
impressive
they beat the
victory
Patriots.
Yeah.
And also, isn't there some sort of a traveling penalty for coming back from London for 2 weeks?
Yeah, some jet lag.
Yeah, jet lag. I like that. Did you make that up?
No, I've seen that before.
Yeah, you got to go with the Packers, especially in a teaser.
Yeah, with D-Dub, Pack wins this easily. I'm not a fan of the Jaguars. I like the other NFC teams to lose, but we are the best division in the league. It's just the facts. We're going to have to deal with it. 3 to 4 teams in the playoffs in our division. So.
Yeah, the beating the NFC North, what the best part is everybody gets to play Jacksonville, so we still get to play them too.
Yeah.
No chance in Haiti. Snowball's chance in Haiti that Jaguars win this game. So I'm with the rest of the guys here. I'm with the crew. Give me the Packers -4.
Crack.
I
love to tip.
That's right.
What's your favorite part of the tongue?
What?
I said, what's the favorite part of the tongue?
Tipping.
The
tip of the tongue.
Tipping of the tongue.
What's your favorite place to vacation in the thumb?
The tip.
That's
I love it up there.
That's a good
You
one.
got tip of the canoe. You got Caseville. You got all them mighty golf courses. I mean,
Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Well, who's wasn't that a motto of somebody
I think
famous?
so,
Yeah.
but you're showing your age now.
I am showing my age. I wasn't alive back then. No.
What was
I'm agree with these
what
guys.
was Al Gore's wife's name?
Oh.
Tip.
I think it was
Yes,
Tip.
Tipper.
You're 100% on that.
Nice one, Tone.
That was reaching,
It's
digging deep.
It's political season, right?
Yeah, digging deep in the
Tipper
archives.
Gore.
there. Tipper Gore.
She
I'm
went
going
in
to
there,
agree with
man.
these guys. With these guys, take the 3.5. Why not? I'm sorry, lay the 3.5. 5 cents there. TW, you want to tell me if it's worth 3.5 to 4 is
The
worth 5
extra
cents?
half a point.
I think
I'd have
it
to
probably is.
get on the site.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, not a lot to say about that one. Mm-hmm. How about this one? You got the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Texans laying 5 at home. No Nico Collins still. 45.5 is a total. Who wants it?
I like the Texans a lot. -5. The Colts, they can't seem to get out of their own way. I think they have a winning record somehow. And everybody, when they talk about the Colts, says, how's this team have a winning record? It's like they just do enough to skate by. But I think the Texans roll on by at least 14 this weekend at home.
Exactly what Rich said. I'm on board. It's one of my picks. So.
Rolling with Rich.
yeah, actually, what is the spread? 5.5?
Let's tease it up to 14.
5.5.
And my model says it should only be 1.5.
Wing wong it.
What do you think about that, Jimmy?
Should be Texans laying 1.5.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you like the Colts.
I don't.
You
I don't.
Don't like the model.
I don't. The Texans are just, what are they, 5-1 now or 4-2? Something like that.
5-1, I think.
No, they're 5-2.
5-2.
Yeah.
Lost to the Packers.
It's just the way they're doing it is not. It's not smoke and mirrors because that would imply that they're not good. It's just that it's never what you think it is. They're winning these games close every time, and I mean I just they are to me the toughest team to handicap.
Yeah, I think there's the Colts defense obviously has not been amazing this year. I think they got somebody back. I can't remember off the top of my head who that is.
Well, that really helps the people.
Yeah, sorry. And then
as a third string safety.
I know that Nico being out was going to be a problem, but it's really impacted the Texans more than I think I would have anticipated.
Oh, yeah, that was his go-to dude, man.
Yeah, I almost like the Colts here. I think I do like the Colts here. 5.5.
Richardson. If there's
Richardson's bad.
Give me the.
Not very good.
What are the odds on him throwing a pick? That's probably a good pick.
Hey, he was getting hyped up though. You remember before the draft?
Oh, God,
they were hyping his ass up.
Yeah,
he did throw that one. The best pass I've seen in like 5 years when he winged it from his knees to the end zone or whatever he did. But.
He's kind of like Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
He's got the.
Oh, that's an insult.
He's got the measurables that are off the charts.
Purple
Just
drink.
can't put it together in the NFL.
I don't think he'll ever be a good. I don't think he'll ever be a good quarterback.
That's why you offered me him in a trade this week.
Well, that's exactly why, Rich.
Let's see how you are.
Stuff's coming
Forward
out here on the
thinking.
show.
Trying to get rid of him while his stock is still in the
Exchange
above
still in the
ground.
New York
Still
Stock
in business. All right, this one, this is pretty interesting. You got the Pats +7 at home everywhere, and then 41 points, 41.5 available at FanDuel is the point total. How about who wants this one? Hit this right button here.
Me.
Having a hard time.
Me.
Go ahead, you.
I have the Jets -6.9. So, I mean, I wouldn't touch this one. It's awful close.
Okay.
So, I would leave it alone. Might want to tease it, though.
I would say offensive snoozer under the 41.5.
I think the Jets have to win. I think they win handily. Well, not handily, but give me by 10-13. I think the Jets take care of business here. Patriots, they have looked better offensively with May, but they just can't seem to finish the deal. He's not consistent enough yet. They don't have enough around him either, which is the bigger part of the problem. Name me a receiver on the Patriots, somebody.
Cannot be done.
Exactly.
Randy Moss. No.
Edelman.
Is there a tip?
No, he's not there anymore.
No tip?
No tip.
The tip.
You know what's the worst part is when you're in a canoe and it.
Tips.
Oh yeah. You guys are really working on this.
I'll put some foosball on during intermission.
All right, I'm gonna say the play here. It's an under. It's an underplay. Now I got this at a 42.
Okay, my model showed it too.
Your model showed it too.
It did.
All right. Yeah, I had it. I got it at 42 in pocket. It's at 41.5 still, juiced to the under. You know, they're in trouble in New England, and really in New York.
Both places.
You know what I'm saying? You got Mayo calling out the defense, saying
did?
they're soft. Yeah.
The rookie quarterback did?
No. Mayo.
Who's the
coach?
Yeah, not
May
May.
is the
I could see why
quarterback.
that would be confusing, though.
That would be
yeah,
confusing.
thinking, what?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just...
And then Belichick's defending him.
Right.
Like anybody cares what he has to say.
And the Jets, they play at a freaking snail's pace. I mean, I know the
It
total
is
is
a
low
slow-
already, but
slow roll.
I think this is going to be like a
Snoozer.
14 to
10.
Yeah,
Something like
game.
that. 17.
Go under
13.
41.5.
All day.
Just do it.
All day.
You won't be disappointed. All right, how about the Buffalo Bills at the Seattle Seahawks without Metcalf, I think. I don't think Metcalf's
You
playing.
said that last week with a lot more.
Yeah, I'm not
certainty.
100%. He could be back, but I don't think he is. If so, he's going to be hamstrung, right? So Seattle getting 3 at home. 47's the total. Who wants that?
I got the Bills -5. So you think maybe that's a play? Not so fast as Rich's friend would say. The Seahawks, they're going to probably win. But I like them with the points for sure.
This is the first one I'm going to pass on tonight. I think that spread's right where it needs to be, and I just don't know which Buffalo's going to show up, and I don't know. So I'm going to pass this one.
Seattle looked great last week. They're home. Buffalo heading across the coast. I'm going to take Seattle here. They always seem to come away with 10-11 wins, and I think 12th man gets it done for Seattle here. I'm taking Seattle in this spot.
I'm with Toners. I think that's probably about right. 3 points. Yeah. No play. No play for me. Keep it easy. All right, how about the Saints at the Los Angeles Chargers? There's a little bit of disagreement between D-Dub and I on this one. The Chargers laying 7 or 7.5 in Los Angeles. Not a big home field advantage there. And then 41 you can get as a point total if you wanted to go under. 40.5 if you like the over. D-Dub.
The line is pretty close to being what my model suggests. And it's just too much injuries, who's coming back, and what he said, she said. I'd probably leave it be, although I do sort of like the Chargers in my teaser.
Chargers play good D. I think with Saints injuries, I think this could be. I think LA's just gonna milk the clock, play good D, and keep it under. I'm not gonna touch the spread, but I think it's gonna be low 30s in total points. So.
Tones, you're right about milking the clock. Harbaugh just first of all, I don't see him blowing out many teams in the NFL.
That's not his MO.
And he doesn't have the team to really do it if he could, anyways, right? So, I like the Saints to hang around in this game. I don't see a blowout. I'm not going to bet it because this game doesn't seem too interesting to me. But I know the over/under has been a topic of discussion here, so I'm interested to see what Jimmy has here.
I do have a top pick play. I just started. We like that? Is that cool or no? I don't know. Yeah, okay. If it's a top pick, we'll give the air horn. I'm going to go over the point total of 40.5. Yeah, the Saints, they got back Taysom Hill. They got Olave back.
It's not under till it's over.
That's right. And Rattler is starting, which, that's a little bit questionable for my take here. But Herbert certainly has been throwing the ball a lot more. And New Orleans, miserable run defense happening this week. And I think the Chargers, obviously, that's kind of one of their MOs, even with Herbert throwing it more. So I think they're going to take full advantage of that. I think this game's going to get over pretty easily.
See, I think, isn't that being a lazy GM when you roll out a 5th-round pick as your backup? Like, that's the best they could do.
That's the best they can do.
First of all, they have Derek Carr in front of them, so I know there's money to bring in someone decent. Like,
yeah.
I just think of all the guys out there, there's way better. I mean, where's Case Keenum? Been asking this all year.
Backup quarterback.
Where's the astronaut at?
Yeah, where is Lou Dobbs, Josh Dobbs?
G's got a good
Seems
comment.
like he's been run out of the league or something.
You like G's comment?
All right, I'll get to the comments real quick. Why don't we'll take a quick break here. In the comments, we got Snoop. He said Houston is his wild guess for trivia. We have to stay tuned, Snoop, to find out if that's correct. And then
Addison.
He's had 5 concussions. Hernandez.
Who caught it?
Oh, 7-7 right now. Rams and
Not
Vikes.
anymore, sir.
I'm sorry, 14-7 Vikes.
Well, 13. But
nice. 13. Well, I guess I shouldn't count the chickens before they happen. And then he says your background music he hears when he watches porn.
Oh, come on.
That's what he says. Porn a la 1983. Possibly.
That was before Ron Jeremy's time.
Keep
right?
the
Hey,
show
you like
on
games that you
cleaner
won't
level here.
game that you won't watch. This is one of the games that Rich will not be watching. The Carolina Panthers at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos. You got the Broncos. God, the Broncos are laying 10 points, double-digit favorites. I don't know what that says about the Broncos or the Panthers. Probably more accurately the Panthers. And then the total 41.5 to 42. Broncos. That's going to be a Rich. I hit the wrong button again, Rich. What do you think here?
Everybody likes the Broncos. I think the Broncos are kind of turning the corner as a decent team, and they're going to start making some noise. And this is a game where the coach is definitely not going to let them take the pedal off the metal here. They need this one, and they have a winning record now. The Knicks is coming around as a decent-looking quarterback. His old teammate Tony Franklin woke up. He actually knows how to play in the NFL now. I think the Broncos kind of are going to hammer them. Plus, I know your boy Bryce is starting. So, who doesn't like the Broncos 33-7 in my model? It's about plus 26, minus 26.
Okay,
that's what I said. Yeah, I said that right.
Yeah,
I got 26.
Oh, is that really?
That is what I have.
I like the Broncos over double digits, mid-teens. I think they take care of business fairly easily. So. By 14 to 17 range.
Yeah, worst case scenario, tease the Broncos, make it a little more reasonable if you like, but it shouldn't be close.
No.
I don't like this game. I would actually think about taking the Panthers here. I'm not going to do that, though.
For 10 measly little points?
10 points. Hey, maybe they'll get a bump with Bryce back. Although he's so bad.
He's horrible.
He's so bad. God, I don't know if I could bring myself to drop.
It sure
10.
would help if they were in Carolina, but there'd be like 14 people in the stands.
I don't like this game. I'll watch it.
How do you not like this game?
I'll laugh at it. I'm not going to bet.
Bryce is good for a pick 6, and then Bo Nick's going to score at least 2 touchdowns, so you got 21 points already.
Bam.
Yeah.
Crack, what do you think
Maybe
over there?
Maybe take the over here. 41.5.
You think that elevation elevation could have a play in this game?
I think somebody's got a tip.
I mean, yeah, Pikes Peak.
Absolutely right.
You got that out there.
That's
the tip of America.
Tip of America,
tip,
they call Pikes Peak. Yeah, I just don't know. No thanks. I'm going to pass. Although I think the Broncos are probably going to be one of my survivor picks this week. I would say. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll say that. All right. You got the Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders with, again, like we mentioned earlier, without Jaden Daniels. Commanders getting 3 at home, 43 to 43.5. Tones, you already kind of mentioned this one, but if you want to talk about it.
My pick of the week for our group. I know Jaden's out. I like the weapons they have, and I think they'll put up a fight. And I like just at home having a 3-point cushion there, so I will stick with the Commanders.
Too much of a wild card for me, Richie. I can't in good faith take the Commanders without them. I would possibly think about the Bears at minus 2.5, but for the moment, I would just say leave it alone.
Yeah, I've seen enough Marcus Mariota for a lifetime. He did look okay, I guess, coming in. Who'd they beat last week when he came in?
Panthers?
Was it the Panthers? Okay, so
It was somebody very
I want to
not
say
bad.
that was somebody bad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna abstain from this game.
You will recuse yourself. And that really is the big difference here, right?
No, just abstain.
Okay. Oh, just, no, you're not going to fully recuse, just abstain. Okay. All right, that's fair. So the Commanders versus the Bears. The Bears have a pretty dang good defense here. And without Jaden, I mean, I think that number's ping-ponged all over the place, too. Didn't it start Commanders possibly as a...
No.
No, I know it was 1.5.
He's been out the whole time.
No, but now that he's definitely
Well, he was
not playing, he was questionable earlier.
All right, I'm going to go to DraftKings.
Yeah.
You keep talking, and I'll let you know what DraftKings had it.
They had it minus 1.5.
They did.
Yeah, I thought that sounds right.
Right. So now that he's probably almost certainly not playing, they're down to 3. I don't like this either way. 43.5. I'm going to stay off of it, personally. All right, the Chefs at the Raiders. The Chefs at the Raiders, this is the 4 o'clock window. You got the Raiders 9.5 underdog at home. 41.5 is the total. What do you think? D-Dub's doing something. Rich.
There's no way I'm betting the Raiders. The stash doesn't have the weapons he did in Indianapolis. Apparently, man, I had a teaser going, and I had 3 legs none, and all I needed the Raiders to win. They couldn't even score 16 points against the Rams. I will make up my teaser by taking the Chiefs on this one. Easy win for the Chiefs. Traditionally, I feel like they do struggle with the Raiders, so I'll throw that out there.
They sure do.
The Chiefs haven't really been blowing anybody out. They're just doing enough to win when they need it. I'm just not touching this game. I could see the Raiders keeping it a 7-point game, but I don't trust them that much though either. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch.
Are you gonna watch it?
The look ahead was 1.5 on the Redskins.
Yeah.
And so on Monday it was minus. It was getting 1.
Gotcha.
You're right.
I know.
What was the question?
I got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Yeah.
Chiefs. Man, the Chiefs still do not get the respect from the people I watch. Like they have to be number 1 in the power rankings, right?
It's either Lions or Chiefs this week. Some people have put the Lions up there.
I've seen Ravens, and I've seen Lions, and but somehow somebody today didn't have the Chiefs in the top 5.
What?
I thought that was just
That's ridiculous.
That's just ignorant.
Yeah.
Somebody has it.
Ignorant.
How's a person even get any type of vehicle to express their opinion when not putting the Chiefs in the top 5?
Right.
That's
It might be one of those people that just are on because they have an opposite opinion of everybody else.
I mean,
kinda
a lot of the people you respect had them at 3. So I mean, what's the difference between 3 and 6?
a lot.
3.
My number would have been 14. Chiefs minus 14. I don't see any reason not to bet it. Chiefs are also due for a snoozer, as I put it earlier about the Lions, but this game usually means something to everybody. So why they would snooze on this one, I don't know.
I'm running out of time here on this game, which is kind of surprising.
Got 7 seconds.
To follow with what Rich said, yes, mustache, bad. But you're right. This spot has been historically difficult for the Chiefs, and I'm not going to do anything. So there you go.
Is it just because you ran out of time? Because you can get some extra time.
No, it's okay. We don't have extra time available. The Cowboys at the Niners. Niners 4.5. Debo is playing, I think, but he's not going to be playing very much.
Pneumonia.
Or very well because of the pneumonia fluid in his lungs. 47.
Crack, what do you know about pneumonia?
Rich, you got it. Yeah,
I had it once and I'm done with it.
Game over. Pneumonia.
You had pneumonia?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
last fall.
He fell in the pool that time and he woke up with pneumonia.
I didn't know he had pneumonia after that fall. No shit. Stuff. Wow. All right.
Should be the Cowboys getting 11. But man, the receivers are probably worse than the friggin' Buccaneers in San Fran. That's got to play a factor into this somehow. I like the Cowboys here quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit, Richie.
Oh, you took that? You took this game first? You're a big Cowboys fan. I'm just going to be watching this game. The Cowboys are It's got to be the hardest. I think they're the hardest team to handicap. They're up. They're down. They're beating the Steelers. Like, how do you beat the Steelers and lose the Lions by 50? I don't know.
Technically, they lost to the Steelers, but that's all right. Let's not let the facts get in the way of a
They
good
should not
story.
lose to the Steelers. You are anchored. Where's my flag?
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play,
Uh-oh.
sir. You are out of line.
There's been a flag dropped. Doesn't usually happen during
That's
the.
fair. I misspoke.
It was a last fourth quarter comeback by Dak.
But I will tell you, Rich, the Cowboys lost.
You
to
owe
the
me a
Cardinals.
cigar,
They lost
sir.
to the Cardinals last year.
Yeah, they
I'm
did.
gonna
I
tell
told you
that
not to bet that
right-
game.
Right now.
And I'm telling you not to bet this game.
I don't know. I think it was San Fran's offensive injuries. I know Debo might play a little. And good defense. I can see. I don't know. I think under that 47.5 is a play. So
Yeah. I think the 49ers have, even with the injuries, I think that they've lost some respect here in the market, probably.
yes, they have.
And I
They
wonder.
lost their luster from last year.
Yeah, they sure have. 'Cause
Also,
jeez.
is Parsons still out?
I think Parsons might be coming back.
That would make it a little more
That
interesting.
would
with
make
the
it a
4.5.
little more, yeah, for sure.
If not, I don't want any part of it.
I'm going to reserve judgment on this one until I find out if Parsons is playing or
From
not.
the Burrito Boys.
What?
From the Burrito Boys? The Flying Burritos?
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Moving on, we got the Giants at the Pittsburgh Steelers. A 6-point favorite is the Pittsburgh Steelers over at Accenture. What's that name of their field? Accenture? Anyway,
Financial company?
I don't know what it is.
What you
36 and a half.
No business with Accenture.
Let's give this one to since we're talking already, Richie.
I think there's some real blowout opportunities here. I mean, I'm on record. I think the Giants are still one of the worst teams in the league, and I think the Steelers feeling good with Russell. I hate to say it because that first quarter was atrocious, but you just throw up a couple balls to Pickens, and all of a sudden the offense is rolling, and Harris is running like a madman. I like the Steelers in this game to win handily.
Yeah, I had the Steelers last week for a pick against the Jets. First half, I was regretting the pick because they didn't look like they were going to do
so
much
bad.
with Russell. And then all of a sudden, explosion and held the Jets to nothing in the second half. So I think they walk away easily at home by 10 or more. So Steelers.
I got the Steelers minus 17.
I think you're right,
I
sir.
think you're right.
So, I guess you got to take the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Is Russell quarterbacking?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're sticking with him, right? They're not going back to
Well, why
Fields.
wouldn't it? It is smoke the Jets.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think there was any injury concerns on Fields' part.
Right. I just wondered. God, look at the total 36, and you're laying 6.5.
The
What
Giants
does that
can't
say about the
score.
Steelers?
It's more the Giants.
Yeah, probably more the Giants. I would probably go Steelers here. Yeah. Not necessarily. It's not a top pick, but I might play that. I'm going to play that one.
All right.
That's it. That was Monday night.
That was it?
I'm out of them. I'm out of games. How do we do, Realtor Lauren?
Wow.
Did we do okay?
Over.
I think that was pretty quick, actually.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I lose track.
Yeah, we started late today, 7:30.
Yeah.
So
I lose track of time. All right. Let's take a second here and go over our top pick performance. This has been really, really impressive. Let's start with the NFL here. So Richie, for his lifetime, down not even one unit, not even one measly unit in the NFL picks. For the last 30 days, he's up 4.10. For the last 90 days, he's up 3.22. That's a lot of green there, pal. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Tones down just now down 6. He's been making some headway here in the NFL. Last 30 days up 4.17, and the last 90 days up 4.39. Been very consistent since the start of the season. D-Dub down 6.34 for his lifetime. However, the last 30 days, a big plus 500 and change pick last week came
Like
home.
that.
That was huge. Yeah, you had a great week last week. Including that pukey pick from the Broncos, which I was admittedly wrong about. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. And I'm a big man. The last 30 days, D-Dub up 6.87. Last 90 days down just 1 unit. And me, I'm up 22.57 for my lifetime. Last 30 days up 9.37.
That's more than me.
Well, last 90 days 5.24. Although I was the worst performer last week. I
Is that
paid
crazy,
the bid.
Jim? You bet twice as many units as me in NFL.
That's all I do. Yeah, it's just NFL.
He doesn't have all them soccer picks.
Right.
I don't blame you with a 22 unit package there.
A lot of unit packages. Yeah. Speaking of tips, Richie in NCAA college football. Up for his lifetime 0.21. Last 30 days plus 1.37. Last 90 days just down 3. Tones up 2.81 for his lifetime. Last 30 days down 5. Last 90 days down 8.5.
That's why I switched over to NFL
That's
recently here.
Smart call. D-Dub down 5.6 for his lifetime. Last 30 days down 3.5, but up on the 90 days. And me, I haven't put a NCAA pick in 1 year, so I'm down 4.05 overall. Since we started this thing, Richie wagered 318 units through. He's down 25.24. D-Dub wagered 298 units through. He's down 10.15. Tones 316 units through, down 22.81. Me wagered 292 units, up 39.89. And as a group, we've put 1,224 units through on the numbers, guys. We keep track of every top pick we give, by the way. Keep track. And it's minus 18.31. Okay.
Oh, my God.
These are the top picks.
And these are the top picks. Let's go ahead and start with Richie.
Game going on right now, and just Rams seem to be getting the favorable flags so far this game for some reason, but still looking good. Up 14-7, Rams about to score, so it'll be an interesting second half here.
And that's the Nordic bearded men at the Rammers, but you got 2 units on that one, Rich.
2 units. Yep,
2 units.
It's a ram it.
Big play. Big
ram
play.
it. It's a ram it.
Ram it.
Just not against the Rams.
Against the Rams.
Yeah, it's supposed to say USC.
Oh, okay.
The C got cut off. Sorry about that. But we got Knights versus Trojans. USC cost me last week after leading the whole game, but we're going to take minus 14. Rutgers has been struggling lately, so give me a unit on USC.
The USC Scarlett Johansson Knights.
That's right. One of my favorite picks of the week here. I've rammed this team before. It's a double rammer this week.
Wait a minute. What exactly is a double rammer? Is this legal? Have we talked about it?
So you got
double
2
rammer.
Rams?
I got 2 favorite picks.
2
Yeah,
Rams.
some weeks I haven't had any in 3 weeks.
I got you. So it's a double rammer. Okay.
I kind of like this one too. Indiana's been pretty good.
Washington coming halfway across the country to get their butts kicked. Indiana's going to go to 8-0 here. I think they're top 13. Boy, that coach has really got them going. They're not going to lose in this spot. They got to have some tough games coming up. But
He might be Michigan's future coach in a year or 2.
there you go. That would be an upgrade.
Double rammer at Sweet Home, Indiana.
That was ridiculous.
What is happening?
Touchdown, I believe.
Touchdown
Cooper Kupp.
Rams. Cooper Kupp. Okay, Richie's got another one here.
One more. Yep. Notre Dame's been up and down, but Navy and Army have been getting the job done. So stand up and let's go anchors away here. Navy plus 13.5. They say it's a home game, but I gotta believe this is on some type of neutral field or something like that.
Yeah, I can look that up for you if you want. All right, Richie, I like your picks again this week, man. Should be
Thank
another
you.
good one. And moving on to our boy, Tones.
Okay, this game as well. I'm with Rich on this. I know the Rams are about to tie it, but I think the Vikings will take care of this and cover the field goal. I like the Green Bay, as we mentioned. Not a fan of the Jags. It's going to keep the Lions motivated because we're going to have to keep winning to keep the lead in this division, but Green Bay is going to take care of business there. So,
okay.
I like the Eagles on the road. Not been a fan of the Bengals this year, and I think given the points, I think the Eagles will sneak out a win outright, but I'll take the 2.5.
Oh.
I mentioned earlier Commanders. I know they got their backup in, but I like their pieces on offense, and I think they'll have just enough to take care of the Bears. And Steelers, great second half last week, as I mentioned. And I've never been high on the Giants, not for a long time. I think the Steelers covered at least a touchdown to 10 points at home. And Texans, I do like them at home. Not a fan of the Colts. They can't seem to put it together, and Texans are finding the ways to win. And good TD or so at home.
You know what I just noticed is when we do the NFL in 30 minutes and then you have NFL picks afterwards,
It's
you
quick.
repeat the same
It's
thing,
quick,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm regurgitating.
Yeah, regurgitating the same information. All right, D-Dub.
Hopefully.
Let me hit the chat real quick here, too. Realtor Lauren says 43 minutes that was.
Woo!
Which was pretty good for a full slate of games, I
Really
have to
good.
say. Yeah.
We're getting better at this. We
And-
might actually have him down in 30 minutes soon.
Yeah. And then Snoop says that Tua has 5 concussions. That's what he was referring to earlier on. Here you go, D-Dub.
This is a teaser with 4 legs, 6 points apiece. Eagles playing the Bengals. That Anthony's willing to bet it. Eagles getting 2.5.
Yes,
so 9 should be really good, right?
Be really solid.
Thank you. Chargers. That's Jim Harbaugh's team. Should be -7. I'm taking it down to -1. Can they win by 2, Anthony?
Yes, they can.
All right, I like that. I got the Rams tonight +9. Rich, do you think, given the state of the game right now, that 9 should hold up?
Think so, sir.
All right.
It's
And then
possible.
finally, the one that we all love.
All love it.
The Lions from 11.5, bring it down to 5.5.
Woo-woo.
And which one is going to be the one that does it for me, Jim?
If I had to pick one...
Of course, we're talking about the leg that will kill this
That's
parlay.
going to kill it is going to be the Chargers -1.
That would be my choice too, probably.
Yeah.
But at +260, you got to like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got
I
2
like that.
units. This is going to be another bringing home 5+ units.
Let's do it, baby. 2 units on that rammer.
I got one for Tones here. I got the money line.
Oh.
This
I'm
should
surprised
be
you didn't take one of these Tones.
I'm not touching it.
not so cocky now.
Nope.
This should be a coin flip. I'm not saying that Spartans are going to win. I'm just saying that if it's supposed to be -110 and you're getting +175, it seems like a logical bet. And
It's going to come down to which QB turns it over less, I think.
yeah,
that's gonna win the
Childs
game.
is definitely the best one out there, but he's definitely had as much prone as anybody to turn the ball over. Anybody around that I can think of. So there's certainly that. That was a big win last week. I know it was at home, but Iowa's not that bad. You saw
No.
what they did to Washington
Tough
2
team.
weeks ago. I mean,
Tough team.
So I hate to put this out there like this because I get superstitious about all that crap, and there's nothing I like less than losing to Michigan.
Sure,
nothing
yeah.
I like less.
Right. That's one of your worst
But
nightmares.
I mean, to me, if it's supposed to be -110 in my head, and I'm getting +175. I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore that, right?
Can't argue with that.
So I don't think there's a big home field advantage. For some reason in this game, it hasn't made a difference much the last 15 years. So that's kind of where I'm at.
All right,
I
buddy.
think that's it for me.
That's all you got. I'm going to start here with mine. I got Drake London over 63.5 receiving yards. And I got to say, this matchup is it's going to be pretty good. Pretty good here against the old Tampa Bay. And in fact, if you look back in time in Week 5's meeting with the Falcons and the Buccaneers, he went 12 catches, 154, and a score that day. Career day, actually, for Drake. I expect another quality showing here. This one I got, you can play it to 68. 68. So over 63.5. I got the Jets and the Pats under 41.5. I already talked about this one. Again, in pocket, I got a little better number. But, yeah, I think this one makes a lot of sense. I was almost going to put a 2-unit play on this one, but I decided not to. Saints and Chargers over 40.5. Again, we talked about this one as well once before. So I'm not going to bring that back up. Stephon Diggs over 62.5 receiving yards. You can play this one to 66. So you got some runway there. Last week, that was his second SHIT game of the year.
S-hit.
Yes, S-hit game of the year. C.J. Stroud struggled to find any rhythm against Green Bay. He had 23 yards. That was his worst week so far. But the Colts secondary, not any good. And I expect them to see a bounce back in this game. Dolphins laying 3.5. We already talked about this one. I think that's it. Outro. Like that? Yeah. That's what I got. Minus 120. 3.5. Let's get down to some trivia answers, shall we? Would you guys like to do that?
Sure.
And then we'll do our shout-outs, and then we'll get out of here.
2 weeks in a row, Jimmy. You're giving it up.
What do you mean?
Too easy.
Too easy?
Too easy.
The trivia question?
Too easy.
Oh, boy. I don't like to hear that.
Agreed, Crack?
Crack.
I have a tip.
A better betting tip.
What do you got?
The only correct answer here is Pete Rose.
Okay.
Oh,
well, let's see.
Pete Rose.
Let's see what you got, Jimmy.
The answer to everything. Okay, I got it queued up here, and then here is the question. It was, what college was Randy Moss redshirted as a freshman in 1995? What college was Randy Moss redshirted as a freshman in 1995? The responses were, Tone said Marshall. Marshall was
wrong.
the obvious answer.
Yeah.
It's probably wrong, isn't it?
probably
He's
wrong.
trying to play a game
Mind
on
tricks.
us, isn't he?
Let's
I
see.
didn't realize you went
We're
somewhere
gonna
else.
find
before
out
Marshall.
here. D-Dub says Marshall University. Rich, let's see what Rich says here. The Seminoles of Florida
Could be Notre Dame,
State.
too. Remember Notre Dame?
Oh, I smell a Rochambeau in our future because the correct response was Florida State. He left Florida State.
I don't
for
think he was
Marshall.
redshirted, though, Jimmy.
That's what it said.
Imagine Florida State letting Randy Moss go. That's pretty.
I don't think he was redshirted. I think he was
That's pretty
kicked
wild.
off the team, or he was ineligible.
It had to be some behavioral or something.
Might have been redshirted
he was
before
at
he was
Notre
kicked off.
Dame for a minute, too, I think.
I bet you academic or.
Well, you
someone-
guys lost, and I won.
Yes,
So.
Rich is excused from buying the beer. I do not have to buy the beer next week, which is nice. And then that's going to be a Rochambeau best out of 3 between Tones and Dubs to determine who will be buying the beer next week. Whenever you're ready.
You judge.
3, 2, 1.
Wait, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Uh-oh.
It's a tie.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
Advantage, Dubs.
Oh, the old tiebreaker.
Okay.
Here it is.
It's been the longest battle of all
Are
time.
you
Yeah.
ready?
1-1.
Paper, scissors.
And he cuts him. He cut you.
Come on.
D-Dub buying the beer next week. We appreciate
It's
it.
only
And
fair. It rotates.
you did bring
rotates
some
around.
beer into the studio today, man.
Yeah.
So we sincerely do
That was a nice comeback. That was
appreciate
a
that.
lot of pressure
Yeah, that was
there.
good.
On the clutch.
I didn't think Tones was going to be able to do it.
Clutch.
But how about some shout-outs? Anybody want to do some shout-outs?
Crack, you got
Crack,
anybody for
go
the...
ahead, give us a shout-out, Craig.
My friend Stella,
Ella.
How old is your friend Stella?
my age.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
What's that, about 60, would you say?
I think about 55, 60,
55
yeah.
to 60?
In that range.
All right.
In that range.
So shout-out to Stella.
Lily.
Lily?
Lily.
Is that a dog?
No,
Oh, Flower?
no. Well,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
It is
but,
also, yeah. All right.
Friend?
My friend Maya.
Wow. Pretty names. Kind of classic names in a way. You don't hear that too often anymore.
A little creepy over there.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'd also like to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Don't.
We're making cookies this weekend, so everybody who's making cookies with me.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they specifically
Shout out.
Halloween cookies?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we may have acquired some of those cookies. I think Mrs. Midwest may have got some cookies. Was that these same cookies?
I think you're right. now that you say that.
I think we have some cookies coming, so I'm looking forward to that.
What do you do with the proceeds, Crack? Are you putting that down on the Bears to Saturday, or what? What do you do with those proceeds?
Tip.
Oh, tip. Yeah. That's how much cash do you have on you right now, Crack? Just out of curiosity. Do you have any cash? This guy carries
I
around a
have
lot of
personally.
cash.
I think I left it at the restaurant I last went to.
Ah, yes. At the Italian American Club in Las Vegas, right?
I mean,
Yeah. All right.
what else?
Go ahead, Rich.
Well, I'd like to shout out Elaine here. It's one of our more entertaining guests. I mean, Crack.
you.
Sorry.
I think some of our guests set the bar so low that it doesn't. No, I'm kidding.
I'd also like to shout out Stella, my dog,
Oh,
and Mac, another dog.
are they listening?
They're probably listening because they can hear through Lauren's phone. So,
Yeah, they're probably like.
yep.
All right.
Stella and Mac. Shout outs. I haven't shout out my dogs yet. So,
Okay.
My my two youngest, good conference reports this afternoon for mom and dad. So we're happy with progress. And then my older two, there's an overlap because I have 3 kids, survived Erebus on Tuesday night.
Can't believe you did
I was
that.
a little nervous taking them, but they were champs. And
Did you go? You went in.
That's
my
like child
brother,
abuse.
his son, his oldest, a friend, 2 friends actually, and then Anthony, Mikey, and myself. And we plowed through.
So for the people that at home that don't know what that is,
Scariest
What is
haunted
it?
house in the
Supposed to be one of
Midwest.
the scariest haunted houses in the country. It took like 25, 30 minutes to get through.
wow.
So,
How much did it cost what's the ticket there?
during the week it's 25. It's like 40 on the weekends.
I'll tell you what, Tones, you told me a little story. I don't want nothing to do with that place.
Yeah. A taller guy like Rich, Jim, or JT, same for you. There are some very tight areas where you got to like not crawl, but you're hunched over for a good distance of time, pitch black.
No, that's not the scary
and,
one.
And blow ups on the side. Yeah, the scariest part is they took my whole group. There were 7 of us in a room, a skinny, narrow room, 2 doors, just enough for us to line across, pitch black, and then they dropped a bunch of those play balls like in a pit, you know, and they were coming up over my shoulders and felt like you were drowning.
You were going to drown?
Yeah, with balls.
Oh, my God.
And you paid them for this.
And I paid for that experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pay other people to drown in balls.
Not for the faint of heart.
Wait, now.
Not for the faint of heart. So.
I'm not doing that.
Play balls.
Shatter.
All right. Dub.
That reminds me, I think my son and Rich's daughter went to the haunted house a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And
Scarefest.
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 And I don't think my son enjoyed it too much. I don't
Scarefest,
think he's big on the haunted houses. I think he learned his proverbial lesson there. Shout out to the one and only Crack.
Yep.
Shatter.
Good luck with your cookie sales there. Didn't know you were a baker, but
And your lower taxes on tips soon to come. So
that would be
that'd be amazing.
I bet you'd like that.
Shatter.
I got, who was it? Oh, my wife. I want to shout out my wife who had to take our one cat to the vet today and been a big mess.
Doing okay?
Mess. Yeah, cat's fine.
Okay.
Apparently needs cat Prozac of some variety.
Prozac. Okay.
Yeah, so Mrs. Midwest had
I think JMO's got some extra that he's not going to be using anymore.
Is that what the
I heard
performance
it was
enhancing?
Adderall.
Oh, Adderall? Okay.
It's
Well,
Viagra.
so he did get performance enhancing because that's a 4 game, but he got something that you're not allowed to take her a mask. It's a masking agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So that's why he got 2 instead of 4.
Makes sense. All right. Well, that's pretty cool trick there. Crack.
Shatter.
Came out of nowhere.
Learned that in
Don't
Vegas.
forget to pick that up before we go home. All right, guys. Oh, by the way, next week is going to be Halloween.
We're going to have to slide.
Yeah, we're going to slip you
to
and slide
Devil's
it.
Night. Spooky.
Angel's Night.
Angel's Night.
We got a
Yeah. It's back. Devil's Night was when.
The city was on fire.
Yeah. No, that was pre-Kwame. We had Coleman Young. Fires all over the place.
When
Coleman
the Crow
Young,
used to haunt Detroit.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
Like in The Omen. We were just watching The Omen.
Snoop says Scooter. No, not Scooter. That was the other one. Marshmallow. That cat. We have a couple cats.
Marshy.
So this was Marshy. Yep. And by the way, Lauren says they are, meaning your dogs, are listening.
Hey.
So next Wednesday, 7:00 p.m.
Be there.
We're going to be here. We hope you'll join us. Snoop says election show. I think there's going to be some election talk for sure. And we will see you guys
Get
then.
your
Thanks for watching.
get your candy corn ready for next week.
Yeah.
Well.